Hey guys, first off, I was gonna wait to actually make this another video for WrestleMania, but then I found out who was gonna be inducted into the Hall of Fame, and I also found out what happened this past Friday. I already knew about it, but I decided with the information I have and what people have been talking about, I decided, you know what, I'm gonna talk about this. So, first off, I am very happy with the inductees for this year's Hall of Fame. Hold on. We got, let's see, we got the Macho Man Randy Savage. Oh, yeah. It sucked. I know. Sorry about that. All right. We also have the Bushwhackers into the Hall of Fame. We have Arnold Schwarzenegger in the Hall of Fame, Rikishi, Alondra Blaze. We have Larry Sabisco, Tatsumi Fujinami, and the final inductee is Kevin Nash. I guess they decided to WWE decided to forget about the whole thing that happened between him and his son, which I'm glad because Kevin Nash, like all these other guys have and gals, have deserved to be in the Hall of Fame. They all busted their asses, and have been part of WWE and part of other promotions and their the history they have with them. They all did pretty well. I'm very happy with all of these guys. And also, we know that there's going to be a new award called the Warrior Award, which will be presented to Connor the Crusher Michalik. Michalik. I think that's how I said it. I don't know. Sorry about that if I didn't say his name right. But he's the young kid from last year who, was had cancer and he was dying, and so he brought him over so he can have the experience and just get to meet the superstars and divas, and it was very touching. So I have mixed feelings about him being in the Hall of Fame, but hey, I think the award is very good, so I'm very happy for him getting that opportunity. We also know that Hulk Hogan's going to induct Macho Man Randy Savage in the Hall of Fame, but we probably know his brother is going to be the one to accept the award and say some things about his brother. So hopefully they do that. We also have Triple H inducting Arnold Schwarzenegger in the Hall of Fame. We have the Usos inducting their dad in the Hall of Fame. John Laurinaitis inducting the Bushwhackers in the Hall of Fame. We still don't know who's going to be inducting Laura Alondra Blaze or Tatsumi Fujinami yet into the Hall of Fame. But we know that Larry Sabisco is going to be inducted in by Bruno Sammartino, who helped this guy get into the business and even had a rivalry between these two that was pretty good. And we know Mick Foley is going to be inducting Kevin Nash in the Hall of Fame. This one actually surprised me because I thought it was going to be Shawn Michaels or Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, or Triple H. I mean, I didn't expect Mick Foley, but hey, I'm sorry. I messed up what I said before. I think I said Kevin Nash twice, didn't I? But whatever. I'm looking forward to seeing Kevin Nash inducted. I'm looking forward to seeing all these guys inducted to the Hall of Fame. And also, we'll be looking forward to WrestleMania with all the matches they set up. Now, I did have a problem with the Hall of Fame announcements because, before we would always wait and wonder who was going to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. We all wondered who was it going to be, and we would always be surprised by who would be inducted. But I've noticed that they've been announcing the inductees before Raw begins or even before the show begins. Like earlier in the day, we would find out. So I'm disappointed that the surprise is thrown out there. But hey, I mean, WWE has done that before, ruining surprises. But I'm still happy for all these inductees, and I'm looking forward to hearing what they have to say. I don't think none of them are going to be able to top off the top Jake the Snake being inducted when DDP told that funny story about the snake being loose, Jake not being worried about it, and DDP was all worried about the snake being in the house. I would be concerned too, and I'd be concerned about Jake's sanity, along with probably my own sanity to actually invite him into my own home. But whatever. All right, now the next thing I'm going to talk about, I know a lot of people have been talking about it, and I was unsure if I wanted to talk about it or not. But for those that don't know, well, this past Friday there was a match in Mexico for a promotion called AAA Wrestling, where we had Rey Mysterio, who made his return to the promotion after years of not being part of it. He was finally released from WWE. He went to the promotion, teamed up with Sin Cara, at least the original Sin Cara of that promotion, and teamed up with him to face in a tag team match. And one of the competitors they went up against was El Hijo del Perro Aguayo, also known as Pedro Aguayo Ramirez. He is the son of a famous Mexican wrestler there, and well, Mysterio and his partner won that match, and a few days later they competed against Pedro again, this time with his partner Manic, and also Rey Mysterio teamed up with Tigre Uno, who was from TNA as well. So we had a tag team match, and everything looked okay until Rey Mysterio hit a head scissors, knocking Pedro out of the ring. But when he tried to get back in the ring, Mysterio hit him with a drop kick. He landed on the top of the middle rope. It looked like he was selling the move. I mean, it's happened to a lot of wrestlers. They always sell the move before Rey Mysterio hits the 619. Manic also landed on the middle top rope. And Mysterio, he went for the 619. Manic moved out of the way. Mysterio, he went over Pedro, and nothing happened. The guy was still on the rope. He looked like he was unconscious. Mysterio was asking, like, what the hell just happened? Like, what just happened? And, even Manic was concerned for his partner. So, but they still continue on with the match. Everybody thought he was selling it, and even the fans thought he was selling it. Some people did come out to check on him, trying to revive this guy, but he was knocked out. He was not waking up. The match ended with Mysterio and his partner winning the match, and they defeated Pedro and Manic. But even after the match, they were still concerned. They were trying to wake this guy up, and in the video, people have posted video about what happened, and we saw there was blood coming out from one of his eyes. I think it was the right or the left. I don't know which one, but I know the blood was coming out under his one of his eyes. So there was concern that something was wrong, something went wrong. Even Mysterio looked concerned, wondering what just happened. Like, he's worried because everything looked like it was going okay until he hit that drop kick. And so they brought out plywood. They put the guy on it. They got him to the back. They got him to the hospital. They sent him on the ambulance, got him to the hospital where he was declared dead. So, a lot of people have been wondering what the hell happened. And I'm sure a lot of people who have not heard about this are probably wondering the same thing. Okay, so here's what happened. This is what I found out. When Mysterio hit him with the drop kick, he landed on the rope. It snapped his neck and caused, a stroke. And he was, even after they tried to revive him, it was already too late. The guy died of cardiac arrest, and he passed away. So yeah, that was completely huge, big surprise for me. I did not know about this whole thing until the next day, until Saturday, when it was declared he was dead at 1 a.m. So later on that day, I found out about it. I looked up at this information. I thought, holy shit, this guy, that was, as people have been calling it, that was a freak accident, and it's true. Nobody expected that to happen. Nobody, not even Rey Mysterio. And people have been also, there's been a lot of controversy what's been going on because the Attorney General is actually considering filing charges of manslaughter for this guy's death. And whoa, that is actually pretty, especially with everything that was going on. So with the no doctor being at ringside, with them putting on this guy on the plywood instead of on a stretcher, and taking so long to get this guy out of the ring when they noticed something was wrong, and they didn't know what was wrong. I mean, even Mysterio didn't know. Nobody knew. We all thought the guy was selling the move. So we all assumed the same thing. And here's the reason why there was no doctor at ringside. He was backstage taking care of two other wrestlers. One of them suffered a spinal injury, so they put him on the stretcher, and that's why there was no stretcher at ringside. So they had to put the guy on the plywood and get him to the back. And like I said, this is a very shocking surprise because this guy's been around for 20 years, all right? He started wrestling at 14 years of age. like Mysterio, how he started off at a young age. So these two, they're professionals. They've been doing this for a very long time. So nobody expected this to happen, especially with people who have had experience in the ring. I mean, injuries, yeah, we've seen them happen, and it's not uncommon. But when it comes to someone getting killed in the ring like that, that is completely shocking news because no one expected it to happen. But yeah, they're planning on filing charges for manslaughter. Some people are saying it's going to be Rey Mysterio who's going to take the blame. I don't think so because Rey, he didn't know what happened. Nobody knew what happened. So I don't think the blame's going to be put on him. The promotion's probably going to get the one that's going to get charged for what happened because they took him so long to check on this guy, to get him out of the ring and get him some help. So they're probably going to take the blame. And if that happens, I don't know what's going to happen if it comes down to that. But yeah, I mean, that's I don't think anybody expected it to happen. And I know a lot of people have been wishing the family, their condolences. I wish them my condolences as well. And I hope they get through this. They got a lot of support from a lot of fans and a lot of wrestlers as well who are supporting them. So I hope there's some support there. And well, I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna keep my eye on this so I can figure out what's gonna happen. And hopefully, it doesn't end even worse than what's been going on now. So that's it, everybody. At the Hall of Fame, I'm happy for, but the whole news does kind of die down the mood a little bit. So, well, that's it, everybody. Take care. See you all next time.